Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, everyone, to Glendale, Arizona. This is the Verbo Fiesta Bowl, part of the college football playoff, as we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 3 seed in the playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. They start this playoff game with a pass. Close to the tight end. Oh, he makes the catch. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. There's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
Offense getting set. Second down play here.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring up third down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Fighting him off. He's past the marker and still going. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
That's how you keep the opening drive alive right there. Good, hard, tough running to be able to pick up that first down and the third down conversion.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The tight end's got it on the corner route. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
Well, it's another completion by this quarterback. Another great gain and a first down, and already over 30 yards through the air. This quarterback is in a zone here to start this game.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Young. Touchdown, Notre Dame, as they claim the lead here in this playoff game. You come out in the playoff game, Kirk, no signs of rust for the offense immediately.
Yeah, no jitters at all. After the layoff, I wondered how they might be able to come out and communicate and actually just the rhythm to the offense, but they did not hesitate. They set the tone early. Now they got themselves a lead.
So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Pulls it in. It's Nimrod. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. And he'll set up to throw. That's reeled in. It's Prescorn. They stop him, but it's a first down.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. The pass rush closing in. Caught near the sticks. It's Marshall. Tackle is finally made down at the 11-yard line. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And the quarterback dropping back. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. 2nd down coming up now.
Oh, my gosh. What a miscue here by the offense. After all the preparation and all the practice time, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it in the end zone. It's a big
and it's picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, they're rewarded for going to this nickel package, getting more awareness on the field with that 5th defensive back, and a nice job of coming up with this interception.
And the drive will begin backed up at their own 10-yard line. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the tight end hauls it in on the corner route. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Come to the line for 2nd down and very short now. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab, and he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Running play goes backwards. Now the offense is set up at 2nd and 13. Breaking tackles. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
That run sets up an important 3rd down call for this offense. And the wideout goes in motion. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it in the open.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Fires it to the wideout. The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
On the move now. On the move, looking deep down the right side. They finally make the stop, but a chunk play there moves the ball inside the 10.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Notre Dame lining up now for a 1st and goal. And he drops back in the gun. Caught behind the line. It's Young. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. We reach the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. They've had the break to talk about it. Now we begin the quarter with the offense set up. And goal. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. They'll hand it off. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they get stopped here on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal situation. And from this far back out, wouldn't be surprised to see them go through the air. Just don't want the quarterback to take a sack here. Make sure he gets the ball out of his hands quickly.
Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
So instead of a chip shot attempt for a 2-score lead, they keep the offense on the field to go for it on 4th down. He keeps a QB draw. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop. Right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical run.
Breaks into the clear. Across the 40. At the 30 now. They bring him down, but what an explosive play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
So the big chunk play has the offense already in field goal range with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Touchdown, Wolverines. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the kickoff will be returned. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The last time they had it going, but got stopped on 4th and goal. They got to put that behind them now. Put together something here. Short throw complete to the tight end. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Man, is this guy a tough matchup or what? Not only are you trying to prevent him from making just a catch, but then you got to bring him down to prevent more yards after the catch.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Heck of a job here by this defense in defending this big tight end on this route. Had him covered kind of inside and outside no matter which way he went. They had a defender ready to knock that ball away.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Grab by the receiver. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Makes the catch downfield. What a snag by the junior receiver.
Chris, how about this? I mean, there's nobody open initially. He rolls out to be able to get out of the pocket away from the pressure and eventually finds the big tight end for those positive yards in that 1st down.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Choosing to just throw the ball away that time. 2nd down play now coming up. And they misfire on 1st down, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 41. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Payne. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw yet again. He lets it rip. Finds a man open on the right side downfield. And make the tackle, but that plane moves it inside the red zone.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Looks left and finds his target there. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
Yeah, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a 1st down.
Stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Irish. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking deep downfield to the left. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure. Just got it away.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Offense facing a third and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The ball is picked off. He's bringing it back at the 10. And he steps out at the 3. Couldn't quite make the end zone, but a great pick.
Boy, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their second interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
The Irish offense comes up here on first and goal. The offense calls a timeout here. That's their third and final of the half. Can the offense convert that pick into points? They're set up first and goal. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's got it right near the end zone. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They rallied the football on that.
And he will score! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
So second and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. Looking for the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
Love to see a post corner executed perfectly because it really shows you the time that a quarterback and receiver have put in together. That time it's ran perfectly, the timing was there, and great throw and catch.
Running out of time in the pocket. They'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
The Wolverines come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On first and 10, looking to throw. Gets made on the out route. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this.
Looking downfield near the end zone. Oh, and it's incomplete. He flat out dropped what would have been a touchdown. Second down coming up now.
Chris, not only really good coverage here by the defense, but I love their awareness. That ball is in the air, headed to the end zone, and the ball is separated from the receiver with the contact.
Missed his receiver. It's incomplete. We come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Deep shot toward the end zone. Tremendous protection. There was bound to be somebody open. Touchdown, Michigan.
Chris, that's his second touchdown of the day. You talk about getting off to a great start. He may have more in it.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. The extra point is good. They're down by a touchdown, 21-14. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? First down. We're going to throw the football. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Well, if you're not careful as a quarterback, this is the kind of route that defensive...
Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one. And that review confirms the ruling on the field was correct, so the play will stand. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Caught on the outside. It's Williams. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. First down here for this offense. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Oh, and he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, and they're just playing very efficiently right now.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Now they trap him for a sack. And that play should likely send us now to halftime. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Kicking team makes the recovery. Well executed onside kick. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. The passing game very hard to stop in the first half. Let's see if they can begin to feature the run game here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. With the catch, it's Young. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. That completion makes it second and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Moves out of the pocket. And he'll wisely throw that one away.
I mean, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Looking to throw again. Pressure is coming. Contact as he threw it. Pass is incomplete. The defense affecting the quarterback with pressure there.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Well, the screen doesn't produce a first down. Good work by the defense. Now it's 4th down.
And the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
It's 4th down, but no punting team. The offense is going to go for it. Looking for a receiver. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. It's incomplete. The defense makes a big 4th down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The misfire on 1st down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 33. And he's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Nimrod. Refusing to be stopped on this play. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Wants to throw it. Quick completion to the tight end. They make the stop at the 34, but suddenly this offense is in scoring position now. First down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Looking for his big tight end. Wide open downfield. All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Chris, the quarterback looks up and sees a wide-open target. Sometimes those throws are harder than the ones where they're tightly covered. But he makes a nice throw, and it's an easy touchdown for this offense.
And he knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Remember last time, they went for it on 4th down and got stopped. And the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Nice grab. It's Williams. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
The receiver makes the catch. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
He's found some room at the 45. And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And that will give them the lead now. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Michigan offense back out on the field. Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. They scored a touchdown on their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. The offense continuing to build momentum. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The sure hands. It's Marshall. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Breaks loose at the 45. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That's caught. It's Moore. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
And they misfire in first down, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 41. Looking to throw it again. Finds his man. It's Marsh. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. That completion sets up an important 3rd down play. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The pocket breaking down. He's going to take off here. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the first down mark.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Grab down the middle. It's Morgan. Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker.
As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football. He makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch. And this defense just unable to corral him.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
This has been a tremendous fight through 3 quarters. And this playoff game deadlocked heading to the final period. Let's check out the game summary so far. Headed to the final quarter of this playoff game, who's going to step up and make a difference here in this pursuit of a national championship? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. Second and 10 now from the 31 after the incompletion. Second down, we're going to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
The offense now looking at a third and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Williams. Looks like Notre Dame will have the first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make that play.
Makes the catch. It's Williams.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Oh, look at the quick cut.
And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Young. Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Third and short here in this playoff. It's the 9th play of the drive coming up. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and he dives to make a beautiful catch there.
You know, as a quarterback, you end up having one of those days that everybody wants to talk about. How'd you do it? What a big day throwing the football the way he has today. Well, it takes catches like this and efforts like this to be able to allow you to have a great game.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. The offense with some pre-snap motion. Pointer in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start at the 25. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Hard-fought playoff game comes down to this. Can the offense find the end zone late here? And the run moves the ball up to the 33. We've reached the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to stage a dramatic comeback and win the game late. It comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter, final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? He escapes the pocket. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Now that's going to bring up a critical third down here as we're late into this football game in a drive where they need points. This quarterback's got to take control of this huddle, make sure everybody's on the same page. You have multiple plays that you could go to, whether it's a run or a pass, but you've got to come up with a first down.
Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes, and he takes off and picks up a first down.
Caught over the middle. It's 3-scoring. They bring him down, but the game moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see this second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
On the move now. Trying to create here on the move. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Wrapped down the middle. It's Marshall. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. It comes down to this in this playoff game. Fourth quarter. Final 2 minutes. Can the offense step up, make a play? Back to throw again. Lets it go quickly. Oh, what a grab! They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
Here comes a throw from the red zone. Bringing pressure. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hey, if nothing else is there, good decision by this quarterback to be able to pick up some positive yards. Rather see him do that than force the ball into coverage. Good heads-up play.
The playoff game comes down to this. Tight game. Final minutes. Can the offense produce some magic? Who makes the grab? Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Great chance for the offense to tie the game. First and goal. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly, you got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
So it sets up a second and goal from the 4. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Well, there's 2 straight incompletions now, and it's going to bring up a big third and goal. Remember, don't be afraid to expand that playbook. You don't have to always look to throw the ball, especially after a couple incompletions. Don't be afraid to run the football. Your back can get to the end zone.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Out of the gun now on third down. Looking to scramble. Launching one to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And the defense is going to win this game, crushing any chance of a comeback. Now they can secure the W by just kneeling down.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And it's incomplete, even in a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Looking to pass here on second down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
Boy, the timing here by this defensive back, that is tough to do. You know, we always use the term great ball skills by a receiver, but here the corner locates the football and knocks it away. Great play.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. As the first down is still going. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. He gets loose. And he's brought down there to wrap up this game.